Okay, so looking at this source on Terence O'Neill, first of all looking at the question, how useful is source C to an historian studying the premiership of Terence O'Neill, 1965 to 1969? So because it is a useful question, then automatically we are going to use our Caddo structure. So C, focusing very much on content. So if we read through the source, as the party would never stand for change, I was really reduced to trying to improve relations between North and South. Okay, so there's your first point about content. Terence O'Neill, about his premiership, was that his focus was trying to improve the relationship between the North of Ireland and the South. He goes on to say, and in the North itself, between the two sections of the community. Well, we know that the two sections of the community then will either be Catholic and Nationalists versus Protestants and Unionists. In this respect, I think I can truthfully say that I succeeded. Well, there's a third point then about the premiership of Terence O'Neill. He believes that his premiership was good, that he did a good job, that he experienced success, and that he actually improved these relations that he previously mentioned. Then he goes on to mention, during the period between 1965 to 1968, the Catholics came to realise that I was interested in their welfare, while the South began to take an interest in the North. So we need to think here in terms of content that Terence O'Neill is very much portraying himself and his premiership as a success. Relationships were improved, and that was all down to him and his initial goals. So this source is useful to an historian due to the content, and you will recap what that is and what we've just mentioned. So then we need to go on to the author. Well, at the end of the day, the author is Terence O'Neill himself, therefore he should really be in the best position out of anybody to know what his premiership was like. Okay, so he has first-hand experience. He is in a position to know what happened. However, we also need to think about why he might be limited. Yes, he does have that first-hand experience. However, is he too embedded in the situation? He could be biased. He has only portrayed the successes of his premiership, whereas you know that not everything was actually a success. Okay, so already we've got to be very cautious about him as an author. Yes, there are benefits to him creating this source because he should know, but is he telling us the full truth? The date then, it's writing in his autobiography. So he's written it himself, and it's obviously after his premiership, so it's post 1969. Okay, again, we focus on the date, the fact that yes, he would himself had first-hand experience. However, he does have the benefit of hindsight, okay? He can look back, he can reflect, which again is very positive because you would like to think that this is then accurate. However, at the same time, is he forgetting things? Is he being completely impartial? Is he being neutral? Okay, is he turning a blind eye perhaps to things that he would like to forget, things that maybe weren't as successful? And this is where then we finally bring in our own knowledge, okay, on anything that he has not mentioned. Well, he has only mentioned the successes, therefore it is your job to discuss what he has omitted, what has he not mentioned. Okay, so in this scenario, we need to think that he does not mention how unhappy his party was, the Unionist Party was, at him meeting with Sean Lemass, for example. He is criticised following his 5-point reform programme. There's lots of different contextual knowledge that you're able to bring in here, and thus we have successfully analysed the source.